Hello and welcome to exercise number 15. This is an introduction to E5, A5, and B5 power chord progression. I'm introducing these three chords because this is a very common chord progression, and it's also, using the power chords, one of the easiest progressions you can play. In addition, it brings in the movable power chord shapes that you learned in a previous lesson, and this is also going to set you up to be able to play blues and power chords and leads in the key of E. So it's a very useful chord progression, and it's pretty straightforward if you're building on things that you've already worked on. So one of the things that you've seen before is this E open string, A open string, and D open string. In this case, we're going to not use the D. We're going to use the E. That's that sixth string open. The fifth string open, the A, and then we're going to use the fifth string, but with the first finger at the second fret. So you're going to have a progression like this: E, A, B, because that's a B note. What we're going to do, though, is we're going to make them into power chords so they're fuller. So this first one, this E, that open string, I'm going to add the first finger on the next string down at the second fret, so that becomes a fuller chord. It's an E5 power chord. Then I'm going to mute that with my right hand. Then I'll drop it down, and this time I'm hitting the fifth string, the A string, but I'm going to put my first finger one string down on that fourth string and play those two notes. The open A string and the fourth string. And that's an A5 power chord. Then I'm going to put my first finger on the fifth string again, where I was using it with the E chord, but this time I'm not going to play the E string. I'm going to mute the E string down here with the palm of my hand just a little bit. I'm going to hit that fifth string with my first finger on the second fret, and I'm going to add that power chord shape. So it's doing a B5 power chord. So you got E5, A5, B5. Go back to A5 and then E5. And if we do a basic progression, that is your basic E5, A5, and B5 power chords. They're using just the root 6 and the root 5 versions of the movable power chord and open power chord shapes. Simple progression, you can do a lot with it, and a lot of songs that you can base out of those three chords and play a lot of leads. So there you go. That's the introduction to that. Let's move on to the next lesson.